Good morning, everybody. My name is Alyssa Cooper, and this is Cooking in Quarantine. And today we are going to be making, actually I've already started making garlic soup. So that's a piece of bread that can be tossed away. And so already this morning we have, my hands are hot, my pan is hot, so I need, I've got 3 heads of garlic here that have been roasted. I've got over here another 2 heads of garlic that have not been roasted. And I've got an onion here, and I've got some thyme, and I've got some parmesan, and I've got stock. That's really all that there is to this, except adding a little cream to it. So let's put it together, boys and girls. Let's see what happens here. So I'm heating up my pan here. I'm going to get some olive oil and some butter. And we are going to start this cooking. Go. So I need a couple tablespoons of butter. Yum. And more will be about right, I think. That seems about right to me. And a little olive oil also. So today, I thought we had worked out all the problems and we were going to be able to go live on YouTube. But actually, we were not able to go live on YouTube because a computer that was working 30 minutes ago for me suddenly stopped working. So I'm kind of like that person. I can keep anything alive. Like I have the greenest thumb, but wow, when you start working on other stuff, technology doesn't really like me all the time. But I'm going to try somehow, someday soon, we're going to get this all moved over to YouTube. So this is quite warm, but the thing that I really need to do is get my moving piece. So let me get my onions over here in my oil and butter mixture. Now, there's no reason to not start putting flavor in. So it calls for a teaspoon or so of thyme. And I'm going to start putting some thyme in here. Go. So I'm getting my thyme cleaned off. Here. I'm very fortunate I had a little kitchen help this morning. So I really thought we were going to get the whole thing back together and get the show on the road, but it didn't happen like we planned. It just didn't happen like we planned. So, best laid plans of mice and men, they say, right? So, here we've got a little salt and a little pepper because you just want to keep the flavor coming alive, right? So, I'm going to turn this down a little bit so I don't have to pay such close attention to it. And I don't think that there's any reason why these big cloves of garlic can't just go right in there too, right? We're going to finish this, and you probably won't be here for finishing it, but it gets finished off. We're going to blend it down, mix it, put it in the Cuisinart, however you want to do it, and blend it down, adding a little Parmesan, a little grated Parmesan, and also some cream. And it was suggested to me, and I thought wisely so, to save a little of this roasted garlic aside and blend that in with the cream before you blend that all into the finished soup. So now these little guys are really hot, holy hot. So I don't know how I think I'm going to get this squeezed out of here, but I'm going to do my best. Hopefully my hands will not just blister doing this. Now this is wildly hotter than I thought about it still being. Here we go. All right, I have no idea what I'm going to do here. So I can get my onions and my garlic moving around a little bit. I have one little piece of onion skin in there. Let's get that baby out. There we go. Boom. I saved it. So let's see. I guess I could put this garlic here under the air conditioner, which is blowing because it's so hot in here, and maybe that will help me cool it off fast enough to be able to do it. So I don't know if anybody's out there this morning or not, but if you are, then hello and thanks for coming by and all that good stuff. So remember, we're still gonna, if I ever get my act together, we're gonna move this on over to YouTube. So if you haven't subscribed, just go youtube.com/decanted diva, and boom, there will be a big subscribe button right there for you, waiting for you to see. So while this is cooking down and I'm waiting for the garlic to get cool enough for me to handle, we can go ahead and grate a little parm here, and I'm just going to do it on the big side because it'll be easier, and since it's going to get mixed into the soup and blend it all in together, it is, I don't think it's as big a deal as to how finely grated it is. Finely grated just is a lot of work, I sometimes feel like. Let me get that rind piece off so I can grind a little easier. And there we go. This calls for a half a cup, so let's see what starts looking like a half a cup here in a minute. I do love my box grater. It's really a nice treat to have one that is so wonderfully sharp and great. Oh, that looks just exactly right. Awesome. So, put that aside, and we'll see if this garlic has gotten any cooler. It actually is a little cooler now, so I think I can handle it. And so I'll pull my little robot friend over here. And let's see about squeezing some of these out. Oh, that's going to be fine. Fine. They're nice and soft. Yeah. So all I need to do is cut the ends off of them. And here we go. And got those ready to squeeze here into this lovely pot of garlic and yumminess. And, oops. Helps if you take the sheath off. Hello, somebody's out there, I see. Here we go. Just get a little bit more out so I can kind of squeeze this all out. I love it. Oh, it's so hot. Yeah. It is so hot. So now I'm just going to kind of play with this. Let's see what happens if I have to have a tool that would make this possible, and it could be the tool right in front of me. Couldn't we just take a knife and kind of squeeze that out of there? I think I can. Look at that. Squeeze it right out. Perfect. Excellent. I like it. It's working for me, and my hands aren't burning up. Let's see. Get some more of that out of there. It's not as helpful as it could be. I probably should have done this when it's not blood blistering, but it's all fine. It'll all be fine. It's delicious tasting. Oh yeah, getting a little brown on the bottom of the pan. That's nice. Excellent. So really the big thing here is I'm going to need to get this roasted garlic out of the things into the pan. But we need to put some stock in here so that those unroasted garlic cloves can start to really cook, and they're not going to cook without some, not fast enough. So let's get that going. I think this calls for about 3.5 cups of stock. So let's give it more. This was the one that erupted on me the other day, so I'm going to be careful with it. And here we go. And that seems about right also. So I hope everybody has had a great weekend. I hope you've been taking care of yourselves and all of that, right? Remember, live your best quarantine. Learn something new, learn a new skill, share something with somebody, vote. Anything you can do to make this time pass happily and effectively, right? Do the most with your time that you can. That is all I can say. So, I've gotten some of the roasted garlic out here now. And let's see what I can do over here. Excellent. This is good. There's some kind of really groovy music playing in the background. It's always exciting. You never know what's happening in your own home. I like it. And I hope that it's not the kind of groovy music that YouTube will ding me on for playing in the background. That's one of the reasons that I don't play music anymore during the show, is because it's easy to get dinged. They don't like it when you play music that's not that you didn't make on YouTube. All right, this is not working for me, so I'm going to try something different now. See, that's the great thing. Always learning something new. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to cut this like that. That is so much easier. My goodness, so much easier than getting the knife in there. Excellent. There, I like this. This is working out nicely for me. And now I think my hands won't hurt so badly when I try to do this. Let's get the little pieces away and see if we can just splooge. Yeah, now we're talking. It's still quite hot, but it's a lot easier than the first batch was. And I'm getting lots more out. Yum, yum, yum. I am a fan of roasted garlic. Excellent. So yesterday I had my favorite meal, sparkling wine, steak tartare, and proper French fries. So I would like to thank our friends at Pastis for making me the best French fry I have had since quarantine began. Yum, yum, yum. Absolutely fabulous, I will say. So now, there we go. Now we've got some garlic out of that one. That's much better. Put that down in there. Yum. And then I am going to save this third one, and I'm going to mix it in with the cream. And then when we start blending in, I'll put that garlicky cream. And I don't have a lot of cream, but I'm going to do cream and whole milk, and I think it'll be good enough, right? It's just fat. Fat's good for you. Keeps your skin healthy, right? Keeps you happy. So hello, Denise. Hello, how are you? And so yeah, this is really so simple, right? So the only thing that's left to do, this will need to cook here for about 15 to 30 minutes until that garlic is completely softened. And then we're going to add in a ½ cup of cream and the ½ cup of cheese that goes in as you're blending down. And it says to do it in batches, but this is not a batches thing. I think I'm going to put the immersion blender in it and knock it out easy peasy like that. So, and like I said, I'm going to blend this last head of roasted garlic into the cream before I start blending it slowly into the soup. And bada bing, bada bang. I mean, how wonderful is that going to be? Let's see. It smells great. I love it. So it couldn't be simpler, right? And of course, that's kind of the whole thing with soup. I think last week when I made soup, it's so easy once you get a little color in the pan and get a little flavor in the pan, then everything's wonderful. So guys, thanks for coming. Make something good to eat. Get a little exercise. If the sun is shining, get some sun in the rods and cones of your eyes. Don't forget to smile. Don't forget to be grateful. I love you all. Thanks for coming. See you tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. Ciao. Unless, of course, I get the YouTube up and running, in which case, hopefully, you'll all get YouTube announcements. See ya.